Very good morning, students. As we have started with the 10th standard science, the chapter Control and Coordination. As already we have discussed, for the control and coordination, two systems of our body matters a lot. One is nervous system, one is hormonal system. So already we have completed with the nervous system and started with the hormonal system. So in the hormonal system, mainly endocrine glands of our body we are going to discuss. Endocrine glands. In our previous class, we have started with the hormones in animals, where we discussed about the glands. So today in our class, we are going to discuss about three types of glands. That is thyroid gland, parathyroid gland and the adrenal gland. Yes, you find the thyroid gland in the neck region of the body. So if you see the structure, students, that red colored structure you can see, it is a very small butterfly shaped gland in our body. The size is very small but plays a very important role in our body. So this is the position of the thyroid. It secretes the hormones called calcitonin and thyroxine, which plays a very important role in the development of the bones as well as growth and development. Functions of thyroid hormone, that is thyroxine. So thyroxine helps to increase our body metabolic rate as well as it stimulates growth in children. We find two problems by the improper secretion of the thyroid gland, means thyroxine hormone. The problems are hyperthyroidism and the hypothyroidism. What is hyperthyroidism? As the name says, if there is a too much of hormonal secretion, hormonal release in the body, and which increases our metabolism, so that is called as the hyperthyroidism. What are all the symptoms? It may be the anxiety, restlessness, cardiac problems, weight loss, thinning skin, heat intolerance, frequent bowel movement. These are all the problems. Coming to the next one, that is hypothyroidism. What is hypothyroidism? Very less secretion of the thyroxine hormone in the body, and it results in many types of the symptoms like depression, fatigue, cardiac problems, weight gain, dry and itching skin, cold intolerance, constipation. So for both of these, as we know, iodine is very important for the proper secretion of thyroxine hormone in the body. If it is not secreting properly, it may result in the problem called as the goiter. So in both the cases, we find the goiter possibility. So these are all the problems we face with the thyroid gland improper secretion of the hormone. Yes, parathyroid gland. Behind the thyroid gland, you can see four small sized structures called parathyroid gland. So these glands secretes the hormone called as parathyroid hormone. The main function of this hormone is to release or to maintain the calcium level in our blood and as well as in the bones. It may cause the problem called hyperparathyroidism by the more secretion of the parathormone. Yes, let us find one more important gland of the body, that is adrenal gland. Just above the kidneys, we find the important gland of the endocrine system, that is adrenal gland. If you take the section outer cortex, inner medulla and there is a connective tissue which binds these two. Adrenal medulla secretes three types of hormones called as dopamine, adrenaline, and epinephrine. All the three are very important to the body. In that, there is one hormone called as adrenaline, which secretes directly to the target organ, like heart, which helps for the heartbeat, and it supplies more oxygen to our muscles, blood to the digestive system, and skin, and it will contraction of the muscles. Like that, we find so many functions from the adrenaline. And adrenal gland is called as emergency hormone. Whatever the hormone it secretes, these are called as emergency hormone. Let us discuss one more important gland of the body, that is pancreas. As you know, pancreas is taking part in the digestive system. Just below the stomach, near the intestine, we find a leaf-shaped structure called as the pancreas. As you can see the structure of the pancreas, it is having the duct. These are all the surrounding structures to the pancreas, divided into three parts like head, body, and tail. It's having two functions. It acts like an endocrine as well as exocrine gland. Endocrine pancreas takes part in regulating the blood sugar. It produces the hormones like insulin and a glucagon. And exocrine pancreas, it helps in the digestion of the food. It may be the digestion of amylase, it may be the digestion of protease, lipase. Totally, exocrine takes part in the digestion. I think board is clear for you, students. So pancreas, it is called as heterocrine gland. Why? Because it acts as endocrine gland as well as exocrine gland. Endocrine gland are the ductless glands. So a part of pancreas is called as islet of Langerhans. So this islet of Langerhans with the two types of cells, alpha cells and beta cells. Alpha cells secretes the hormone called glucagon, and beta cells secretes the hormone called insulin. Glucagon function, it increases the glucose in our blood, and insulin function is absolutely opposite to the glucagon. Means it releases glucose to the cells but not to the blood. Means it decreases the glucose level in the blood. But what happens if the insulin secretion is not proper in the body? Means what happened? Glucose level has increased in the blood. So that results a problem called diabetes mellitus, like frequent urination, more thirstiness. So these are all few common symptoms of the diabetes in the initial stage, and symptoms differs from person to person. So this is about the islet of Langerhans, or the hormones secretes from the pancreas called glucagon and the insulin. Pancreas is called as heterocrine, just now I said, because it is a combination of endocrine and exocrine. What about this exocrine? Exocrine, it releases the enzymes, and these enzymes helps for digestion process. So like this, the same organ acts as endocrine as well as exocrine, so explained as heterocrine gland, right? So this is the function, that is secretion of the hormones glucagon and insulin, that is the function of the pancreas. Another two types of hormones called testes and the ovaries. In the male body, we find the testes, which releases the hormones called androgen and the testosterone. Androgen helps for the development of the reproductive organs, male characteristics, both androgen and testosterone together helps for what secondary sexual characteristics of the male body, the changes what we find. So that is responsible for these two hormones. The body changes, it may be the production of the sperms. So all this takes place and we find these two hormones in the body of male. Coming to the female, we find the ovaries in the female body. The ovaries produces two types of hormones called as estrogen and the progesterone. Estrogen and a progesterone. Estrogen helps for growth of female characteristics, the body development, what changes we find during puberty. So those takes place with the help of the estrogen. And coming to the progesterone, it helps for the development of the mammary glands. It helps to maintain the pregnancy and the lactation, milk producing. That also takes place with the help of the progesterone. Like this, in the human body, right from pituitary till the end of these gonads, we find so many types of hormones. So all these comes under the endocrine glands, right? So this much we discussed about the endocrine gland. Take down the today's homework, students. Make a table with the name of endocrine glands, hormone what they produce and their functions. So one question is there, students, where you have to write whatever the types of endocrine glands we have discussed, right, from pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, adrenal, pancreas, gonads. So these names you have to write. In front of that you have to write what hormone they will release, and next column you have to write what is the function of those hormones. Right, students? So complete your notes. Do the work, make it update, understand the concept so that you can remember, don't by heart science. Right? Okay. So in the next class, we'll continue the next portion. Thank you. Have a good day.